I am not a Star Wars stan by any means. I don't watch Star Wars because I've always loved it. I watch Baby Yoda. And let's just stop here for a second. I'm not bashing Star Wars. I just don't feel like I can call myself a fan because I haven't really watched all of the movies. Don't hate me. I tried out Disney Plus, noticed the Mandalorian on there, watched it, and I instantly fell in love with this small alien thing. So much so that it has become at least 36% of my life, and I feel the need to paint him. I've never wanted children. I think this is the closest that I will ever get to baby fever. I did the liberty of already doing the line work. I don't even know if you can see it, but yeah, I guess here's a time lapse. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. So yes, I know that my palette is a sketch pad. I am broke. I cannot afford a palette. I'm also just kind of lazy, so save your hate comments is what I'm getting at. So for some dumb reason, I decided to start I think 30 minutes before I had a work meeting. So I literally got the collar of his jacket thing done, I guess. And here we have a productive and not productive evening following. You're in for a real surprise. I love technology. So to be honest, right out of the gate, I didn't have a whole lot of hope for this painting. It had been a minute since I painted last, and things didn't feel like they were going too well. Didn't really know what I was doing. I hate painting fabric. I just honestly kept painting over it and over it until I was like, maybe this is passable for fabric. And here we have the moment that I was referring to. My camera stopped recording. I have a very mediocre SD card that does not, in fact, like HD video and feels the need to turn off my camera. Once again, not rich. Not a rich person. I will not be buying an SD card in the near future because they're ridiculously priced. And this is where the downfall of this entire process just began to spiral out of control. My camera cut off again, literally 8 minutes and 32 seconds after this. So let's just call this day D-Day in regards to my painting. I don't even know if anything really good came out of this day, and I'm pretty sure the universe was conspiring against me because I also got insanely sick an hour after I stopped filming this part. Things were just tragic this day. I wasn't getting the colors right. He went from heroin chic to obese to a frog with no jaw, and then back to an obese frog with no jaw. And then somewhere in the middle, we had Voldemort. And things were bleak. I should have just stopped while I was ahead and just forgotten this day altogether, but I powered through it, and I literally maybe only kept the eyes. At this point, yeah. Hello, it is now a week later, approximately an hour after the last section of footage. I got really sick and basically vomited up my soul. It was very not pleasant. I rate it 0.5 stars out of 5. So if you're ever wondering what it's like to be extremely sick and vomit up your stomach lining, I'll save you the time and effort. Not worth it. So this day was insanely productive. I don't know if it was just my close call with death or if one of my, multiple personalities just came through and was like, gotcha fam, and then I just got to watch myself paint. Okay, I sound crazy, but yeah, this day was insanely productive. I literally was only out to finish his face and it ended up finishing the entire painting. And there was a lot of just fixing my mistakes from the day before, which was a lot. As you can see though, my brilliance really just shone through. For some reason, I guess I thought, you know, I could put the painting in front of me and the camera directly behind me, and somehow my head would be invisible and you could see me painting. Yeah, that was a great move on my part, but unfortunately all the footage is like this, so I just kind of like have chopped together like the parts where you can see the most work that I'm doing. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. And then this Spanish song came on. It's called a Pele, and it was just slapping something different, so I had to do this. I'm sorry. But wow, so hot. Thank you. You're welcome. Wow. Before doing this painting, I watched this video on like color theory or whatever, and the primary colors. And it was this girl arguing about the primary colors being magenta, cyan, and yellow. And I was like, where? But then I bought myself some magenta, cyan, and yellow. And I used them for this painting. And I'm a believer. I've changed my mind. I've been shooketh to my coreth. So anyways, if you wanted to watch that video, I'll link her video in the description. So at this point, I was pretty ecstatic because I had basically finished up his head, and I was ready to do the background. But hey, not so fast. I actually had no idea what was going on in the background. Like, I've seen this like episode that I was basing this painting off of, and he's like in the back of a truck, but I'm like, what is going on in the background here? There's weird lines, there's foliage obviously, but like not totally sure what's in the trunk. So I painted some boxes because it's what it kind of looks like. There's kind of a window. It was just, it was, you know, I made it work, but it's, at the end of the day, it's the background. Just don't look at it, please. So now the last little bit of this time lapse is just really me adding like final touches and like details and stuff. And again, painting boxes in the truck. So I don't really have much else to say. I'll just maybe add some crazy action music just for the rest of the time lapse, which won't be much time. I'm exhausted. I don't know why that took so much energy out of me. But I'm gonna stop there. Finished product. Voila. I was thinking about maybe auctioning it off for some sort of charity.
if that sounds like something that you guys would be interested in. Let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm sorry that this video took so long. See you in the next one.